Yes, top of the afternoon. You know the vibes. Yes, top of the afternoon, y'all. If you guys are gonna be in here, can you shut the fuck up? I was doing the podcast, yelling, screaming. Daffy, you want to go outside? Daffy be fronting. But yes, it is Saturday afternoon. Give y'all some sauce, man. Some sauce. I see a lot going on the internet, a lot of felonious activities. But that's what you get on the internet. A lot of felonious activities. But this broadcast is going to focus on something else that we have been doing over here with the Source Experience. The polls. I've been doing a lot of polls lately, switching it up a little bit. I'm going to get to some of those polls. One particular poll, recent one I just did about Earl Spence. That is the thumbnail that I use. As you can see, almost 900 people participated in that one. So we'll definitely get to that one. You see the numbers though. 27% said that yes, he is damaged goods. The other 22 said no, he's okay. So what does that leave? 50 something percent, right? 50% that are more or less a little under 50 that are saying they have to wait to see. So we'll get to that poll. I did a BOMAC poll. I'm gonna get to that because you know me. I when I have time, like today, I have time. I didn't land nothing on the side. Shout out to those that have been reaching out to me, seeing some of the many things that I am qualified in doing, as in operating certain machinery. But it's like I said, as long as we can negotiate a proper wage. I'm like, shout out to Bernard Hopkins. This is America. As long as we can negotiate a proper, fee, I can operate quite a few things, right? But like I said, today, nothing in particular. So why don't I focus on what I've been focusing on, the craft, and salute to those that my guy Drew. Shout out to Drew, my boy. Look, he wants to go get some of those Airhead sodas and stuff. That's my guy. And shout out to the Sauce Sisters for doing the review on that. Grooming my babies. Like some of you grown ass motherfuckers, you need to focus on the babies. Get your babies ready. A lot of y'all are over the hill, washed up, in the way as usual. But get your kids right, man. You guys missed it already. You missed it. It's over. It's over. Let it go, man. If you're at a certain age and you're trying to still pursue certain things, give it up. It's over. It's over. But we're gonna get to these polls. Oh man, look, my chats. Listen, I'm sorry. I don't really be on top of my chats like that because, like I said, when I first was doing this, y'all wasn't fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not used to really engaging with people. What I'm used to doing is just putting out my work, my catalog, and then dropping receipts. So when I talk to these corporate people, the same corporate people that told me not to fuck with a lot of you niggas, And I see why now. And I'm gonna get to that as well with the whole TK Kirkland, Charleston White thing. I'm gonna get to all of that, man. Cause see, a lot of y'all expose yourself. I really know y'all don't fuck with me, but it's cool. Cause I don't fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been showed y'all don't fuck with the source. Y'all showed y'all didn't fuck with the source when the source was media. Now that I'm a team member and it's getting put out there that I do coaching and consulting shit, motherfuckers want to hatch along, ride a wave. No, that days is over. Those days are over. Salute to WCS in the building. But I want to get to this comment right here. Let me pull it up, man. Because sometimes like today, I got time, so I had to educate this brother real quick. I had to educate him, man. You know me, and that's why I say they catching on. Dude be like, show me your work. That doesn't mean you have a point. No, it doesn't. But you're catching on to the source. Show me your work. That's all. If you're going to critique my work, show me your work. That's all I'm about. Like, if you critiquing me, it's cool. But show me what you do. So we could compare notes. If we can't compare notes, please hold your critique on what I do. Because if you don't do anything close to what I do, but let's get to this right here. Look. I had to highlight the good brother Brian. I'm gonna call him by his real name, his government name, Brian. Yes, Bomac. Appreciate that, WCS Fire Frame. That was by CEO Nasaya. Yes, that was CEO Nasaya's frame. Because I can't take credit for it. If I took credit for it, you guys could call me out on like, damn, how did you snap the picture when that's you right there in the picture? No, because I didn't take the picture. I was working the corner, doing what I do. And that is $1 Million Marley. Yes, $1 Million Marley, one of the top young amateurs in the game. The name, $1 Million Marley says a lot. And you guys will see that very shortly. Yeah, you will. You really will. But let me get to this. I want to sometimes I do school these brothers over here, man. I gotta school them, man. When they come in my comment section, right? And they talking that gibberish shit, right? Yeah, this brother was talking gibberish. See, these niggas, they don't really know who I am, man. This guy had the audacity. Let me take this frame down so y'all can see it. This guy had the audacity to tell me that I am biased, right? But see, when you are a fan, and that's what we get on the internet. We get a lot of fans that don't. You're internet surfers, man. Get active, man. And when I say active, I mean get active in real life. Go walk the block. Go outside. Go do something. Go do something. I keep telling you guys, I keep hearing y'all yelling and screaming. Can y'all shut the fuck up? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But yes, I'm gonna pull this up, right? Because I keep receipts, man. These dudes really can't really swim in the waters with me when it comes to this, man. Now, all right, let's get to his comment, right? Put a comment up. Bang. That's Matt. Never underrated, just overlooked. Y'all like that? How I put that spin on that? Okay, so here he is. He says, I don't, these guys be having troll accounts. For all I know, this is probably somebody I know. But he says, he's not a real coach, bro. He literally has other coaches so overrated, just happens to have hell of a talent in Bud. Now, I could have been petty in my response, right? But I say, you know what? I'm not going to be petty today. I just merely try to engage where he's at with it, right? As you can see, I tried to engage to see where he's at with it. So when I responded to him, I said, I can't agree with you. I watched the fight and heard the man tell Bud Spence was slow, come over the top with the counter, and Bud did this and dropped him. That is coaching. That is coaching. For those of y'all in here, is that coaching or not? What Bomac instructed his fighter to do. So that goes against what he just said, that he's not a real coach. He just performed a real coaching duty, as in far and telling him what he's seen, what is open. So this gentleman responds back to me and said, bro, he does have extra trainers for help. Everything with Bud, like Derek do Earl. Nah, bro, you're biased, dude. I can't fuck with you. That you don't be 100. Your ass be showing favoritism. Well, I don't show favoritism. I'm in the game, unlike you. Because if you know anything about boxing and teams, right? A lot of fighters have many coaches. Just you get to see only maybe 2 to 3 of them that can actually be in the corner, right? But if you are involved, right? Like my guy Rick Glazer would say, are in the business, right? You would know that. And that's what I responded back to him and said. I said, Derek James has his brother. Shout out to Maurice James. I like Maurice. Unlike Derek, Maurice is more solid, official. But I said he has Maurice James also. He just doesn't give him the credit. And with Charlo, he has Juan Guzman. The difference is Bomac gives his team credit. Derek James is selfish, individual, and it caught up to him on EJ's biggest fight. And all that bias talk, miss me with that. I am Team Tucker, official boxing business. I've been a part of 11 straight fight camps. It takes a team of coaches to get a fighter ready for a fight. But you wouldn't know that when you are just a onlooker. And not only are you an onlooker, you are a super fan, an idol worshiper of particular people. Now, like I said, yes, Derek is all in the videos, all in the cameras. But like I said, Maurice is in there. I know Maurice does pad work with these guys as well, but he just doesn't get the shine. Just like Juan Guzman is there. See, when you talk boxing to certain people, you have to ask yourself, am I speaking to somebody whose IQ is like mine, fan, or am I speaking to somebody that is hands-on? That is hands-on. That's why I always say, show me your work. Because see, a lot of you guys can't show me nothing. But if you can actually show me your work, whether it is media work, whether it is amateur work, working with a young amateur fighter, but when you show me your work and your work just entails you shooting the shit or kicking it with the guys or gossiping, you can't tell me nothing. We all could do that. But at the end of the day, I'm not into that. I did that. I'm into receipts. I'm into showing me your work. What can you do? What can you bring to the table? Are y'all catching this sauce? Let me catch some of my comments. I see I got 7 comments, man. Let me look at some of the comments, man. I'm sorry, man. Like I said, I just do me. Yes, Bomac is an excellent coach. Shout out to Carlos in the building, Big Blunts. Yeah, see, they don't know. They be sleeping on Bomac. Because that's what I say. You see the question I put out there? I said, y'all was on the man's appearance. Y'all was on his appearance. Yo, Bomac, and rest in peace to my uncle, Big G, Gary Russell. Before he passed away, he was in a wheelchair. But man, that man's mind was sharp as hell. He couldn't even walk no more. But he was sharp, pinpoint. Yo, T, do you remember when I introduced you to the bros, right? Where was Big Gary at, right? Where was Uncle Gary at? He was in the cut. And his sons was up there. Gary was up there doing the mid work. And Pops, what I used to call the Root, was in the cut. Remember, he was in the cut just chilling like a hawk, a chicken hawk, an eagle. He was just watching everything. Gary and Allen was in there working the pads. And then you just heard the gym was quiet. And you just heard the call from the cut. He said, all right, now. I said, no, stop bullshitting. Pick it up. What happened to you after that? See, that's what coaching is. He was in the cut watching. He felt that they was bullshitting. They wasn't on their job with the pad work. All you heard was in the cut. All right, stop bullshit. Pick it up. It's coaching. But if I go off of what the comment said, that's not coaching because he wasn't holding the pads. No, it is. See, when you know what you're looking at and you know what you're teaching, there's levels. Like you guys were so, oh man, Bomac is fat and out of shape. Derek is in shape. He's gonna have. Yeah, I even watched Barbershop Conversation. All of these dudes that was talking gibberish nonsense. They like right now their credibility when it comes to talking boxing. Yo, respectfully, delete your channels, man, or find something else to talk about. Like, do not talk about boxing no more, man. And it's so many channels that really need to take that into consideration. But it's America. You can do whatever you want to do. But don't get mad at me when I come on here and I front on y'all. Because I watched y'all for years and years just lie. Not only lie, not know a goddamn thing about boxing, man. Not know a goddamn thing about boxing. Yeah, Big G was official. Yo, Big G, I took a lot of gems from him. I never got to interview him, man. I never got to interview him. Because every time I try to interview him, this is the seed that he planted in me. He always would be like, nah, go over there and interview my sons. He always wanted his seeds to shine. I remember the first time, one of my first interviews with Polo. I was in the lobby talking with Pops off the record for like an hour. And I wanted to interview him. He was like, nah, go interview my son. He was like, go interview Antoine. He's coming downstairs now. And then, the rest is history. Polo was my guy. I've been told y'all, man, Polo is that dude, man. Polo's a pressure fighter. Y'all love to say Earl Spencer's a pressure fighter. You want to watch a real pressure fighter? Study some film on Gary Twan the Don Russell, and learn a thing or two about a pressure fighter. He's a pressure fighter, man. He's going to make you fight on the back foot. He is going to bring it to you. Hand speed is phenomenal. Listen, when he gets his chance, because the politics of the game, when he gets his chance, and they know this. Like, see, one thing about the real fighters that come up in the trenches together, they know. Like, you see how Bomac, and I don't want to take away from Bomac, but this is about Bomac. You see how Bomac called Earl Spencer B-level fighter? A B-level fighter, man. I know that hurts you guys, man. I know it hurts a lot of you programmers because you programmers don't want to come to that realization. But Bomac said that I see a B-level fighter. And that's what happened. Terrence Crawford is no B-level fighter. You guys threw all that smut and dirt on his jacket about the people that he fought and how he was moved and how they was working with him and the fighters. But when he fought a B-level fighter who looked at like the creme de la creme and who looked at like whatever the excuse was, dehydrated, broken rib. He just wasn't himself. No, it was what it was supposed to be, man. Terrence is who he is now, and now a lot of you guys are just just fucked up right now because now Terrence is everywhere. He's everywhere. He's doing countless interviews, right? I tried to get a sit down with him or a StreamYard with him. Can't get it, man. You can't get it, but eventually you will. I knew this was coming. You can't get it with him, man. The guy is booked. You know what I'm saying? He's booked. But shout out to Bud, man. And shout out to all the content creators because why don't y'all focus on trying to get your boy right? Because right? The poll, right? Let's get to the poll, right? He is mentally broken. And a lot of you guys ain't gonna be able to see that because, like I said, you're not real boxing people. You're just not. You're on a whole different wave. But if you was on the proper wave, right, would know that Earl Spence. Earl Spence. Look, I'm gonna get to it for you. Earl Spence right now is he's in a bad spot, man. And I say that respectfully. You know, I wanna get to the numbers on that because mentally he is a broken man. He is. He's a broken man, right? Because when you are a built up fighter like Earl was a built up fighter, a conqueror, right? The man was a conqueror. I can't take that from him. But what happened? What happened? Let's get to these numbers, right? Look at these. No, oh, I gave him an extra percent. No, damn, the numbers are there go the numbers. 21% said yes, he'll be all right. 27% said no, he is damaged goods. This is almost out of 900 votes, right? 893 votes. I think he's damaged goods. Real talk. And I say that he is damaged good. He said he's on suicide. Yo, T, you're not right. T, you're gonna make them call. You're gonna T, you're gonna have them calling. You're gonna have them calling. T, don't say those things. But I just think he's damaged goods, bro. Because when you are a built up fighter and you start to believe your own press clippings, um, you know, and I'm just going off of now me, right? And my research that I did. But when you listen to a guy and you watch, like I said, I covered Earl Spence for many years. I shared information about things that I seen in him with his uncles because he says I do know his uncles, and some of this information was relayed back to him, and I would see this, play out in fights. Yo, T, am I lying? Right? I would see some of the stuff play out in fights, and as I, no longer really supported him, but I still, being who I am, watched and observed, right? I listened and I would see, how he would carry it and talk. And I remember him speaking, doing like interviews and with other people and talking. And, how because one thing about Earl Spence, right? The early Earl Spence, 2012, the one, and people still try to run with this narrative for him that he was, a humble guy, laid back, well mannered, right? That's when he first came in the game. That was the image that they had of him, well mannered, right? Respectable, humble guy, right? If you follow him, he started hanging with certain people. All of that changed. He was no longer these things, right? No longer these things. But the people that followed him, that, drunk the Kool-Aid, that were part of his cult following, never called him out on none of these things, right? Got to the point where he's on record stating some of these things that he wouldn't take it serious. He was not training, partying, doing all these things, right? But yet he was collecting belts. Not only was he collecting belts, he was collecting more notoriety. And in doing so, the powers that be kept shielding him, kept protecting him. But all the while, he had a man that was in the cut, ready for him, already knew that, yo, I am going to dust him off. And if you go back and you check the motherfucking the receipts, when they met 4 years ago, Terrence prophesied it, what took place, and the excuses that we are seeing, that you stayed in the weight division too long, you were going to be weight drained. These are the things that are playing out now. And then you put the other shit in that he had loaded gloves, he's on juice. But they knew. And shout out to Bomac. Earl Spence was always a B-level fighter. Why are we not talking about that? You want to come in? Come in. Why aren't we not talking about Earl Spence potentially being a B-level fighter? You know why we can't talk about that? I don't want to highlight that because of what he was able to accomplish. But if you know anything about boxing, it is what it is. You could be a B-level champion, right? Because if you think of some of the victories that he had, right? Check the source out with these victories. He beat a Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri was a former world champion. But Chris Algieri was a kickboxer, MMA guy. Not even an MMA guy. He was a kickboxer turned boxer with a big backing. They manufactured him into a title. He fought Manny Pacquiao and got dropped, I think, like 9 or 10 times. Manny Pacquiao felt sorry for him. But then Earl Spence fought him. Earl Spence mopped the floor with him, right? Now, I was part of this program because that's when I was still running around doing a lot of things behind the scenes with Team Spence. But when Earl Spence beat him, Earl Spence's notoriety really took off, right? Took off. It was like, yo, Earl Spence is that dude, you know. But who was really Chris Algieri? Respectfully, was Chris Algieri a grade A killer? But yet we was killing Bud Crawford for some of his opponents, the Felix Diaz's, the Gamboas. These are gold medalists, Olympians, top pedigree guys. Where Chris Algieri was a kickboxer turned boxer that they made into a world champion. But yet we just dismiss all of this. We dismiss all of this. But now, focus back on Earl, right? Before he fights Cal Brook, he knocks out a 41-year-old Leonard Badu. I remember that fight. It was at the Coney Island Amphitheater. I was still Team Spence. Afterwards, we went to a fine Jamaican restaurant in Queens on Northern Boulevard. We partied and chilled and ate good times, right? But I remember this fight in particular. I think we had on the blue. We everybody was in blue. The Team Spence colors was blue for that fight. I remember that, right? But I also remember telling his uncles then, like, yo, this guy's 40 years old, man. He's not really, you know, it's cool. Earl curled him up like a cheese doodle, but he just beat up a grandpa. He beat up a grandpa, man. They're like, no, you know, they had a plan. They had a plan, and the plan unfolded. He eventually got Cal Brook, stopped Cal Brook. But when he stopped Cal Brook, you know, now you got people that highlighting it and talking about it. But when he stopped Cal Brook, you got to remember, Cal Brook had just came from jumping up 2 weight classes, right? Of 147 to 160, getting life beat out of him. That's why I asked these things. He got life beat out of him, got his face broken. Now he had to suck back down to 147 and defend his title. Came out good, but ran out of gas. Earl stopped him, making him bend the knee. Now he's the IBF champion. Uh, you know, first title defense. They was trying to get him. This is when they was trying to make him into the good old Texas boy. They was trying. His first title defense. Unfortunately, they couldn't land him in Texas. Lamont Peterson at the Barclays Center. Remember that epic night? Shout out to my guy Chop Chop. You know, I was chopping up with Chop Chop. We was all at the Brooklyn Marriott downtown, right? Lamont Peterson. Another older guy. Some might say over the hill. Earl Spence, you know. If you watch the fight, though, a couple of exchanges, Lamont Peterson kind of, you know, got some shit off. Watch the fight. But Lamont being Lamont, like I said, an older junkyard dog, better days way behind him. Earl was able to walk through him and, you know, get him up out of there. Barry Hunter through the towel. Next fight, they finally landed him in Texas. We all heard the stories. Jerry Jones, he built up Frisco, the new Cowboy facility. You know, it's his playland. He wants to showcase it to the world. So what does he do? He buys all the tickets up. Great event. He fights Ocampos. Gets him out there in the first round. Look, these are the guys he's been beating. But yet, Earl is this conqueror. He's the greatest. Terrence never fighting nobody, right? But Earl's fighting somebodies. This is where it started going left, right? Really going left. Now they are ready to make Earl the god. So what do? Keith Thurman is in all kind of turmoil. They can't get the Keith Thurman fight. So they're trying to make Earl a pay-per-view star. They feed Mikey Garcia, Robert Easter Jr., he defeats. He also defeats Adrian Broner. Now, the Garcias, just like a lot of people in the industry know, Earl, around this time, is out there. He's a drunk. He's drinking a lot. So they are confident. They think, when they said they seen something, this is what they seen. Look, I'm giving y'all real insider gems right now. Probably never heard this nowhere else, right? But if you did, you didn't. But you know you won't. You're not gonna act like you heard it from me. So the Mikey Garcia fight is made. Robert Garcia and them are confident because they know Earl is out there drinking, partying is out, you know. But if they keeping it quiet as kept, you know how they move. Everybody's looking the other way, Earl is doing what he does. What eventually led to a lot of the stuff that happened to him. So the Garcias are confident. They're like, yeah, we could take him. Because they already took out two drunks, real talk. Robert Easter Jr. and Adrian Broner. So they like, yeah, Earl Spencer, this be the next one. We'll get him. He's a drunk too. It didn't work out that way. EJ was still able to defeat Mikey Garcia rather easy. But it's Mikey, little Mikey. But I think this right here kind of fucked him up as well. Because after he defeated Mikey, he turned it up even more on the, doing the stuff that he was doing. Because now in his mind, he's like, damn, I'm out here living my life doing all of this. I just beat Mikey Garcia, who fairly, accolades a great fighter, but a much smaller fighter. But listen, I'm giving y'all the sauce right now. Mikey Garcia is going to be the reason why he was so confident against Terrence Crawford, because Mikey Garcia and Terrence Crawford pretty much were the same type of fighters. Smaller guys, started out in smaller divisions and moved up. So now that EJ has taken out Mikey, he's the pay-per-view star. They get the media. They get all of these YouTubers, the Egos, the Fanons, all these channels, the YouTubers though, right, are running with it. But then you got some YouTubers that wasn't sold on them, right? But you know what they did to those type of YouTubers? Especially if their channels wasn't big and heavy rotation, they said they were haters. You're a hater. You're a hater. You're jealous of Earl Spence, right? So, but a lot of channels, right? Because listen, this is what I do. I pay attention, right? There were channels out there that was saying Earl Spence is a one-trick pony. They was on it. They knew, right? But when you have programmers that can swallow them down, right? Because that you got a lot of people when it comes to boxing, they specialize in just being internet trolls, gimmicks, and shit like that. So they swallowed them, and the guys like the Fanons, the Egos, like these channels got pushed to control the mind, the frequencies, right? Meanwhile, Terrence Crawford, on the other hand, like Bo Mac alluded to in that Blue Blood interview, was growing, getting stronger, right? He was getting stronger. They let him get comfortable. Earl got comfortable too. Earl's getting drunk. I'm buying Ferraris. Remember my interview I got with him? I'm buying Ferrari. Everybody want Moby Dick. Dude is gone already, man. He's gone. But you know what messed him up? Especially the accident, right? He got in an accident, almost died. Luck, by the grace of God, his life was spared, right? You would have thought that he would have been like, man. Because listen, but prior to that, man, the dude, that car accident was bound to happen, man. Because dude used to leave the club down there all the time drunk. Drive up the wrong side of the road. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't like Charleston White for various reasons. Because Charleston White was airing it out. And a lot of you guys, like I said, when it comes to Earl Spence, you don't want to hear these type of things about him. You don't. You like with him being affiliated with Mo 3 and all this stuff. Like dudes do not want to. It's sad. It's sad because it's him. But it's like dudes don't. They. It's like they don't want to accept it. They do not want to accept it. But a lot of the shit that is out there is true. It's true. It's true. But when it comes to him, they want to turn the other cheek. They don't want to accept it. Just like the July 29th ass whooping he got. Today is August 19th. They still don't want to accept it. They don't want to accept it, man. But the man, it is what it is. Like, you can't keep looking the other way. Like, this train wreck that happened, this didn't happen overnight. I just ran down about 5 years of experience, LOX. Show me your word. Of facts. Of facts. And shout out to my man T-Dog. I remember we was doing the podcast. And T-Dog was like, yo, Bud Crawford will beat him. Bud Crawford's going to beat him. Right? Bud Crawford will beat him. Bud Crawford would beat him. And we seen that play out. Yes, Superman, that was a bad beatdown. I don't think he could come back from it, man, mentally. Because he's just, when and shout out to Rainwater. I heard Rainwater on Boss Talk TV. When you haven't lost the fight in so long, and then you get beat up the way he got beat up. Like me and my guy was chopping it up at work yesterday, right? And I was like, he's done. I was like, he's done. I was like, he got beat up, right? I said, niggas lose fights, man. On my camera on Rico. Niggas get shot every day, B. You tough, right? Dudes get beat up every day. But the way he got beat up, right? The way he got beat up and all of the build up to the beat up, it's like, bro, you can't get that off of you, bro. You can't, there's no getting that off of you. And just like Bo Mac said, like, if they run it back in December, it's gonna be worse, right? Because you like what adjustments are you gonna make? You can go up to 154, then you're gonna try to muscle that man. Like it's not happening, bro. They fucked you up, man. And shout out to World Combat Sports for being on this tone, man. You fought too many guys that was suitable to your opponents, man. You know? He said, ha ha ha, yes, you put it down on that. And yo, word for real. Like he just like, yo, they ruined him, man. And I always was saying this shit, man. Like, yo, why is he not fighting Southpaws? Y'all ruined him, man. And yo, I knew, listen, man. I knew he was in trouble and the jig was up from the time when preparing for the Manny Pacquiao fight. And he got beat up, man. And they leaked the sparring. And I seen some of that sparring footage. And I seen the dude. I was like, yo, this dude can't fight lefties. I was like, yo, he can't fight lefties, man. And these guys are a major part of that, man. He fought 2 Southpaws, bro, in 28 fights. That's crazy. But yo, like you can't, like dudes that talk boxing every day are so programmed and just lost that just slips their mind. That just slips their mind. And that's why Bomac says he's a B-level fighter. Bomac and them been on that, man. They've been on that resume. They studied, man. They like, yo, like Bob Arum came out and said it, man. I knew something wasn't right. He didn't fight lefties, and I seen this, and I'm saying to myself, why are they keeping this guy away from lefties? Exactly. Why are they keeping him away from lefties? You know, and not only lefties. Now he's fighting a lefty that is highly skilled, man. You know, contrary to what, you know, these YouTubers wanted you to believe and was telling you, Terrence is a highly skilled southpaw that in all actuality is a conventional fighter. So when he's landing that southpaw jab, which is a conventional right-hander, so his jab is powerful. And then you hear his team talking about how they instead of it being a flicking jab, they wanted it to be a power jab. A power jab. So yes, the man is damaged goods. It ties up into what I was saying. 52% say they have to wait and see. But 27%, and I'm in this 27%. If I would have had voted in this, my vote would have went right here to the 27%. No, he's damaged goods. I just think he's damaged goods, man. Everything that he had went through out of the ring, and now to have this in the ring and all the videos that are out there, the memes, that's hard to come back from. And he has shown, and I say this with the utmost respect, he has shown that mentally he's weak. And you like, how do you? He's not weak. He's a 3-time champion. You're weak. You're a hater. No, mentally he's weak. Because anytime you say you claim you don't watch YouTube, this, that, and the third, but then you get a content creator in front of you and you tell him he switched up and all this. No, you're weak, bro. This is what you signed up for. But you know why you're mentally weak? Because you got so accustomed to everybody patting your ego. Patting your ego. He said Bud ain't even getting to his full arsenal. If he fights again, they're in trouble. For sure, it's TKO. Dominance. The next time, the towel. Derrick James not throwing in the towel. Derrick James will never do that. Never. Ever, ever. Derrick James wants EJ to get knocked out. Derrick James is evil on the low, man. Now, I mean, yo, Derrick James been sold his soul, man. He's an evil demonic worm. Word. He's a worm, man. I'll tell him that to his face, man. Straight up and down. I'll tell him straight to his face. Word. He is too arrogant. He's a devil, man. He's not a good person at all. At all. You know? He's not a good person at all. No. Let's go do what you do, please. Yes, but yeah, DJ is like yeah, his brother Maurice. Shout out to Maurice. Maurice is a good trainer, man. He don't even let Maurice shine like that. Yo, Derek James wants him to get KO like he used to. That's a fact. That's what he wants. That's what he wants, yo. That's what he wants, man. You know that that loss exposed a lot, bro. That loss exposed a lot. Yeah, I had that picture, man. If you see how he was looking in the corner, like, man, he was just like, man, yo, it's sad, man. It's sad, but yo, but you reap what you sow, man. At the end of the day, you reap what you sow, man. You reap what you sow. But I'm on record. I think he's damaged goods, bro. Dude just been through too much, man, and like that's not going nowhere. That's not. He said Derek James is about to sacrifice EJ and Jamel. Al Heyman. Well, Al Heyman more, you know. But I'm at least EJ got the bag, you know. He got the bag. He did get the bag. You know, he finally got the mega millions. Jamel Charlo. Hold on, let me get my popcorn. I think Al is just getting rid of a lot of those older guys now, man. You know, the jig is up, man. You know, he got Canelo. You know, after he's seen how Bud just destroyed EJ, and he never wanted that fight, man, because he put so much into, you know, creating EJ, because he created him, man. And to have it just wiped away like that, man, it got wiped away in one night, man. 9 rounds, man. 9 rounds. Listen, the build up of Spence. That's what I should have titled that, but I said the programming of Spence. Yo, the programming of Spence got exposed. No. Make your own. The programming of Spence. The programming of Spence. It's right here. It's the last one. Let's take that one. The programming of Spence was over in 9 rounds, man. And Al Heyman knew it, man. He did not want the fight, man. They did not want the fight because they knew that he was going to get exposed, man. And mentally, man, that's hard to come back from, man. All of that, I'm going to break you. You know, I'm going to break you like a horse, the bud pack. Yo, do you niggas still got those shirts? Are they still selling those shirts on the website? Are they still selling those shirts, man? A lot of you dudes, man. Y'all bought them shirts, man. I wonder how the arena was looking. If dudes had those shirts on, man. 2 minutes. Put it on 2 minutes, too. Man, this popcorn is good. This is which one is it? Oh, the Butter Lovers.
I love Butter Lovers.
Yeah, it's real good. Yeah, he crumbled around too. Oh man, yeah, he crumbled. Yo, crumble ain't the word. Yo, Bud punched that nigga on the side of the neck, like ear area. Yeah, he about to make me watch the fight. Yo, every time I watch that shit, I laugh, man. I see something new every time, man. Yo, every time. Yeah, I want the fight to be closer, man. Like I wanted it to almost be like the Porter fight where they would have told him he was losing and he would have just went out there and just hit that switch. But he didn't have to, man. Yeah, he didn't even have to. Like, yo, it was just like, man, EJ was easy work, man. He was easy work to the point where like all these channels that have been on here talking about it for years, that were part of the programmers that got programmed and stuff. Yo, they can't come to it, man. They want Bud to be on drugs. They want EJ to be doped up.
Where's
Yo,
now?
upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yo, look at this comment, right? Hold on. Look at y'all. This is the comment one. Look at this comment right here. Yo, look at this comment. Yo, niggas is crazy. Look at this comment. Here it is right here. Is this the one? I had to comment back to it, man. Wait. Oh my God, where is it? Yo, my man said Earl was he said, yo, the hope he didn't delete it, man. He said Earl was drugged. He said he was drugged. I was like, what? Nah, here it is. I know where it's at. He commented on this one. Hold on. I'm going to find it for y'all right now. My man said he was drugged. Yo, dude is really on this type of wave. They really on this type of time, right? Here it is. Look. Here it is. He said, if you or anyone in general have two eyes, you can see Spence didn't have any legs in the first round. Yeah, because he was running Mount Charleston. But he said, I don't know what he took or what someone gave him. But he wasn't even a shadow of himself. He looked like it was the first fight in the pros. He obviously can take a multitude of punishment. His jaw or his accent are no longer a question. Boxing is a dirty game, homie. But what's even worse is Bud always fighting people with some type of ailment and wonders why he doesn't get credit for his victories. Something is fishy. Bro, that's all I got to say about that. Man. This is the type of time these people are on. He was serious. Yeah, he was so serious. Like, he really felt that they gave him something. He was like, they gave him something. So he had, when you watch the fight, he had a lot of people in his locker room, man. But somebody slipped him something, according to that comment, man. Sad, man. Man, that's that's what the Bud Crawford ass whooping to do, man. But isn't it funny how it played out though? Because they got to make these excuses. Know why? Because like I said, that's why EJ's not going to be right mentally. Because coming into the fight, Sean Porter was a shell of himself, right? Bud Crawford beat Earl Spence easier than he beat Sean Porter. Cal Brook was a shell of himself. He stopped Cal Brook quicker, right? But Cal Brook put more of a resistance up in those first couple of rounds before Bud switched over and made the adjustment. Earl Spence didn't do shit, man. But all these guys, Sean Porter had 1 foot in the game and 1 foot out. But he put up a more of a competitive fight against Terrence than you did. So that's why you got these channels still making excuses, man. Still making excuses. Man, this popcorn is banging. I'm almost getting to my hour mark. Appreciate y'all that's in here. Superman. Yo, Superman, where you from, man? You said the New York accent. I'm looking at your comment. What New York accent, man? He said, just put it down on that NY lingo. The NY lingo. That's the New York slang, huh? We got the New York slang. Yo, everybody got their own what's her name? Get your popcorn.
I was next to Daffy and then she just sat on me and then I moved and she fell on me.
She fell on you, right? Yeah, she does that. She does that. Like, yo, my DC, Maryland homies, they be like Slim. They be like Slim. Yes, I'm from BK. Okay, Brooklyn in the building. Kings County. The county of Kings. Yeah, Gary and them be like Slim. They be like Slim. Slim is like my nigga. How we be like my nigga? Or you know what? I ain't gonna say that. You know how, because you still got dudes in New York, right? I'd have never died. Niggas be like, yo, what up, son? Yeah, what up, son? That's how you know. Yo. That's New York to the T, son. Yo, my son BP. Yo, that nigga's nice as hell. Yo, my son BP. That's New York to the T. It's like down south Atlanta. They be like shorty. Everybody got their lingo, you know. Word up, B. yeah, that's New York too, man. You about to make me play some classic Mob Deep in here in a second. Word. That's New York, man. that is New York. That is real live Project lingo right there. That is real live. That is Project lingo. What up, Don? What up? That's all NY. What up, Don? The Dunn language. That is Queensbridge to the T. The Dunn language. Yo, rest in peace to Killer Black. Yo, Killer Black, he started the Dunn language because he couldn't talk. Rest in peace to him. He couldn't talk. And, instead of saying son, he used to be like, yo, that's my done. Yeah, that's my done, because he couldn't get the S out. He used to be like, yo, my done. And Mob Deep made that shit famous, man. But rest in peace to Killer, man. Word, the Dunn language. Well, yeah, that's New York to the T, y'all. I appreciate y'all vibing out with me today on a Saturday. You see, I'm just kicking it, man. Now, I mean, because listen, I told y'all, man, I upped my fees, man. Yeah, they wanted me to operate some equipment, man, right? But yo, I told them, listen, man, I know the going rate, bro. If you operate a loader, right? If I go and operate a loader somewhere, right? And I know what these union, because I know people that work in the union, right? And I know the type of bread that they get an hour, right? A union do with a book, a card. Well, I don't know how y'all call it where y'all from. Up here, we call it the book. Other places, they be like the card. Depending on what you operating, right? If you're a truck driver, a forklift operator, loader operator, you get a certain standard of pay. You get a certain standard of pay. Now, a loader operator, these dudes is getting $250 an hour and up. Yeah, do the math on that. $250 an hour and up to operate that, to move that. So if you be like, yo, I need you for XYZ, you're not running game on me. I know. Yo, listen. See, you can do that shit with a lot of these other clowns that like to shoot the shit. But somebody like me that's educated, that knows my value and my worth, I'm like, nah, I can't do that. They be talking about $100. Like, see, a thirsty motherfucker is gonna be like, hell yeah, $100. That's still good money. But I'm selling myself short if I know the minimum that dudes with that book and that card is doing this for 250. 250. 250, right? And that 250 is low ball, man. Real talk. 250 is low ball. You know? That's real talk though. He said, much love from upstate to NYC. Facts, man. New York is New York, man. It's New York. Well, New York is like a virus, man. We're everywhere now. You probably can go to North Dakota and find niggas from New York out there, man. New York is relocated everywhere. We was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, April. That was the April fight. I found New Yorkers out there. Word at the Walmart. I was like, damn, you from New York? That's what's up. How long you been out here? New Yorkers will be everywhere, man. They're just relocated. And they'll find you. You'll be in the store. Because one thing about New York, right? When we talk, we identify with each other quick, fast. I was in the Walmart getting shit for the to make the sea moss for the rehydration. And I was talking and I asked what something was that. And my man was like, yo, you from NY? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I'm telling you, New York is a spot, a New Yorker. Word, the union's where it's at, bro. Listen, a union worker, you get your union card. That's why motherfuckers be going hard. Because when you got a union card, they can't lowball you, fam. They can't, what we like to call undercut a pizza. They can't undercut the pizza. You know what I'm saying? They gotta come correct, bro. They can't, man. They can't. But see, you get dumb, thirsty niggas out here, just like this internet shit. Niggas be in the way, right? You fucking the game up, right? Like a thirsty nigga's gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna take that for 100. Why? Why are you gonna take it for 100, right? It's just like anything in life. Like, I'm gonna break it down to the boxing term. A dumb nigga will take that job for $100, right? Meanwhile, you should be getting $250. So you do the math on that, right? Whoever got that contract, right? This is how the game is. Look, I'm giving y'all the game. That's why, when it comes to this boxing shit, niggas fuck with me because they know I know the business. All shit is the same, right? Now, you go to work the site, right? Now, your dumbass just took the job for $100 an hour, right? Now, when they contracted this shit out, they know how many workers they're going to have, how many laborers, how many drivers, how many heavy equipment operators, right? So every heavy equipment operator's pay scale was added off. So $250 an hour. But now your dumbasses took the job for $100, right? So you know what you just did? Whoever the site manager is, they making an extra $150 every hour. They pocketing that now. They pocketing that. They probably, in all likelihood, right? You know how they're gonna do your dumbass? They're gonna pay you straight cash. They're gonna give you $800 for the day, right? Your dumbass gonna be like, oh man, I came off. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. That nigga made more than you, and he ain't even operate the what's your name. He sat back. He just gave you $800 probably out of his pocket. Like, yo, hey, take this. All right, man, I appreciate you. He was like, oh, I appreciate you, thank you. Gave you $800. Meanwhile, he was getting $250 an hour for you. He was getting $250 an hour minimum for you to operate that equipment. But he only gave you $800. You dumb. You are undercut a pizza. Stupid. You real stupid. And that's the same shit these boxing niggas do. These promoters do. They're finding, oh, yo, they have a contract. Real talk. They're like, yo, it's a 6-rounder. You want to take this fight? You be like, yeah, I'll take it, right? The contract might pay out $5,500. They know you're thirsty ass. They're gonna be like, yo, I'll give you 3 racks. 3 racks. You want to take it? You're gonna be like, yeah, great. Meanwhile, he done made $2,500 off of you. The contract is paying $5,500, but you so thirsty, you taking $3,000 for the fight. He already made $2,500 off of you. That's how the shit is. That's how the shit is, man. Fuck up. That's the game, though, in a nutshell, man. He said everywhere for sure. New York is crazy. Wow. And you see that? Yeah, you see that shit with this internet shit. With shit, period, right? Dudes just try to undermine you for nothing. Yo, dudes that undermine you for nothing for a credential. Yeah, they undermine you for a credential in this boxing shit. I know mad media niggas when I was running around about 12, 10 years ago trying to get credentials. I know dudes that was trying to undermine niggas to get media credentials. Fucking around just to go to a fight for free. You don't even get no content. You're just going to the fight. You're not getting no interviews. You're not networking with nobody. Where did I get you? I know a lot of dudes that try to undermine me as media. Yeah, they see me now at fights. They be sick. I get off the hotel elevator with David McWaters. I still see these niggas in the lobby. Yo, real talk. I get off the elevator. I might have my Crocs on, especially when we was at the Stewart Hotel. Shout out to my man Drew, right? Yo, I get off the elevator with my Crocs on, and I see a lot of these media niggas that's in the lobby sitting around waiting for an interview. I'm going downstairs with the food vouchers around the corner getting 5-star meals for free. Going back up to my room with my kids overlooking the balcony. At the time, I was still getting my sip on. I might go in my, because the Stewart is plush. I might go in my refrigerator and pop open some Moet and just sit out there on the balcony and laugh. Like, yeah, that's the same dickhead nigga that went behind my back trying to cut my throat on getting media credentials. Look at him now. He's down there in the lobby. We up here eating motherfucking filet mignon and salmon and calamari overlooking downtown. Real talk. Real talk, bro. I used to laugh, man. Like, yo, these dudes, man. Where did that get you? Where did that get you, buddy? Go get another super chat. Yo, go refresh your super chat. See, where did that get you? Nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere. But listen, y'all enjoy your Saturday. Girls, who wants to close us out? Who wants to close the show today, girls? I'll let one of y'all close the show. Look, they don't even want to close the show. They don't hook the Spotify up. Well, see, I told you they be taking over everything. Every time I set up my locations, they run me off, man. Nah, I mean, they run me off. My guy Toby in the building in the UK. Yo, the jig is up, Tobe. I told these guys the jig was up, man. They didn't believe me, Tobe. Yo, Toby, they didn't believe me that the jig was up, man. The jig was up, man. The jig is up on all these gimmick ass niggas on the internet, man. It's up. You gotta show your work, man. Niggas can't show their work. Niggas have a catalog full of bullshit. But shout out to Tobe. Tobe, you like how I be using Beetlejuice boxing IQs? Hey, I love that, man. I love that. You know what I'm saying? When these dudes on here saying I look like Beetlejuice, I love that, man. They call me Beetlejuice, and then you watch Bo Max say what Beetlejuice said. Oh, man. That was like the best validation ever. Yo, that was the best validation ever. I screamed, man. Yeah, when I watched the fight, I was around all my yard men. I screamed. I screamed when Bo Max said that he was slow as shit. I said, "Oh, yeah." He said he was slow as shit. Counter over the top. Oh man, I told the world that 23 days out before I seen the fight, when I watched him work in the heavy bag, the old head in the gym came over me. You know the old heads that be in the gym that got crazy boxing knowledge that just sit in the chair. Yeah, they sit in the chair. The old heads that been through it, that they can watch everything. They sit in the chair and they just be watching. They watch the spawn going on. They watch the young boys shadow boxing. They watch dudes doing pad work and on the bag. Yeah, they see you work in the bag and they might shake their head like, you like, yo, what you see, old head? What you see? And you be like, nine. And then he just talk to himself. He be like, nine. Look at his feet. Look at his feet placement. Man. He's telegraphing. You can see that coming a mile away. He's telegraphing. Yo, when you watch that fight, the last round, right? yeah, EJ was on the bag again, right? The ninth round, he was on that bag. And that video that I posted that he got mad at me about, that's how he was looking. He was on that bag. But Bud Crawford wasn't that bag. When he was throwing them lunging meat hooks. and Bud counted him and bust him upside his head, man. Huh? The same way you practice is the same way you're going to perform. See, all you dumb NIGers, right? Respectfully, all you dumb NIGers that wanted to mock me because how you thought I looked, you should have looked at what I was putting y'all on to. Idiots. When I said, what in the slow, flat-footed Spence is going on? Because that was the slow, flat-footed Spence that Bud Crawford was busting upside his head. Hopefully, y'all caught and enjoyed this sauce. As always, let's close out with some of my colleagues, man. Shout out to my man right here, the Colonel. WCS, World Combat Sports.
World Combat Sports with the one and only Sauce Talk podcast in the house.
That's right. You know the vibes.
Yes, sir.
Yo, you know who it is. It's Chop Chop.
You keep talking, man. And you shut the fuck up.